Hearty welcome to Alan's tutorial, your English literature class for the students of class 11 and 12 based on ISC pattern. This class is for the immediate preparation of your board and other exams. The class is taken by Joseph Little Flower, Salempur. Short story number 10, B. Wordsworth. It is written by V.S. Naipaul. He is born in the year 1932. About the author. He is born on 17th August 1932. He is born in Trinidad and migrated to England and lives there now. His reputation rests on his comic novels set in Trinidad. He is author of more than 30 books, both fiction and non-fiction. His early works include Mughal Street, A House for Mr. Bishwas gave him worldwide reputation and fame. He was awarded with Nobel Prize for Literature. He said, "Everything of value about me is in my books. I am the sum of my books." So, from this statement, we can understand that who is this V.S. Naipaul, our author. All about the story. The protagonist in the story is B. Wordsworth. B stands for Black, not our famous poet William Wordsworth. B. Wordsworth, who seems to be a failed poet who acts like a tramp, a person who has no house. He develops friendship with a boy narrator and spends a lot of time with him before his death. The ending of the story is quite important as it reveals that the death of the poet is the death of the bygone era of simplicity and innocence and of love for nature. It focuses on the life of its protagonist, a failed poet who claims his kinship with famous poet William Wordsworth. The characters of this beautiful short story, B. Wordsworth and the boy, that is the narrator. Let us have an overview of B. Wordsworth. He is intelligent, sincere, and sensitive. A poet or a tramp, we do not know exactly. A failed poet is a keen observer of life and nature. Let us have an overview of the narrator, the boy. His name is Sonny. This boy's name is Sonny. A main character. He is very sensitive and sentimental. He too has got love for nature, full of curiosity, and at the same time he was very much disobedient to his mother. Summary, the key points. Boyhood memories of the narrator. The visit of the poet to narrator's house, that is Sonny's house, to sell his poem. But he was sent out from his house by his mother, Sonny's mother. Narrator's visit to the poet's house. There he eats a lot of mangoes and stains his shirt. Because of this, Sonny's mother punishes him, and because of this punishment, he runs away from the house and goes with the company of the poet B. Wordsworth. They spend a lot of time with together, and the boy experienced the healing touch by the poet. Then the poet explains to him a tragic love story about poet's wife. He also tells the idea that he is about to write the greatest poem in the world, and he tells his plan to write this poem almost one line in 1 month of time, like that. Then in the next visit, our narrator finds the worsening condition of the poet. He falls sick, and on his deathbed, B. Wordsworth make the confession about his story and the poet, telling that it was a lie, it was not real. Then he also finds that in his next visit, Sony finds the poet's house is no more there in the location. Theme and message of this beautiful short story. The theme: poetry, a source of trouble. The modern attitude towards poet and poetry is not a good one. Nobody is interested or wants to listen the poets or the poems. The dismiss of an old era where people gave much importance to poems, poets, and poetry, but these days it is not there. No place for good old values such as love for nature, devotion, sincerity, sentimentality, and sensitivity in the new world. What's the message we get from this short story? Conveys the message that the poetry has no value in the contemporary world. Poetry cannot be a sustainable profession. The world of nature is fast depleting in urban areas. These are the messages. And this point is very much clear when the narrator visited last time the house of the poet. His house was not there. It was how his house and garden, they were not there. They were demolished and built another house. Let us have some observation on title and critical remarks. The title: it is apt and eye-catching. It arouses our interest to know who is B. Wordsworth. Of course, we all are famous with W. Wordsworth, William Wordsworth, but we do not know anything about B. Wordsworth. B stands for black. Poet is the center of interest. Death of the poet is there. It means the dismiss of an era, end of an era, poetic era. It is a suitable and convincing title. Let us have some critical remarks also about this short story. It's a complex story. The signs of the new world setting, it is in Trinidad. The language is very simple and straightforward. The point of view, the story is told in the first person by the narrator. From his point of view, thus the story is very much authentic. Dear students, I would like to wind up this class by giving you some possible short and long questions. Short question number 1. Describe briefly the narrator's first meeting with B. Wordsworth. Question number 2. What was poet's dying confession? Why do you think did he make this confession? Long question number 1. Justify the title of the story be Wordsworth. Question number 2. What does the boy narrator think of B. Wordsworth? Why has he come to adore him? Dear students, hope you have understood this class. Please make your own personal preparations and notes for your exam as well as other studies. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.